Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome back. It is exactly 9:49 a.m. We're now going to be talking with Moaaz Casoo, President of the South African Hajj and Umrah Council. And of course, he is here to talk with us about something very important. And that, of course, is the accreditation list, Hajj 1446. I guess it's really about the do's and the don'ts and the very important have to knows regarding your accreditation and the action that is required by you almost with immediate effect by SAHUC. Moaaz Casoo, Salaam Alaikum, welcome to the program.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sister Julie, and to the listeners of Salam Media. I trust you're all doing well today.
Alhamdulillah, with your du'as, and I should imagine a very, very hectic time for you guys at SAHUC, and you will be, even by way of all the different programs and your websites, the information that you put out, you are still going to be inundated with the do's and the don'ts and lots of information for very especially first-time Hujjaj.
Correct, 100%. Alhamdulillah, praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This time of the year is really exciting for us and anxious for the pilgrims. There's a lot of requirements for them to comply with. It's been a long waiting time period. For most of them, it's 8 to 10 years waiting in the queue. We've provided them with 4 months since the dynamic portal registration opened, where the pilgrim could view their position in the queue. And now we're practically 2 days away from Hajj accreditation for 2025. So I think both us and the pilgrims are all nervous and anxious, and we're looking forward to it. In blessed and Mubarak time. A lot of excitement for a lot of pilgrims throughout South Africa. And our systems are all ready to go, inshallah. Today we'll be publishing the 5 days pricing, the Tanazzul pricing, and the ministry pricing. And thereafter, the packages should roll out later on this evening or early tomorrow morning, inshallah, for the pilgrims to start viewing so they can make informed decisions of the operator of their choice, inshallah.
So what are the important points that they should bear in mind? Firstly, I should imagine regarding the booking of their flights and hotels, anything else. I'm sure that is top of the list for now, but what else do they need to keep in mind?
I think the most important thing from a pilgrim perspective right now is the time period that we are providing for acceptance or deferral for accreditation. So every pilgrim, when he or she is accredited, is going to have 10 days to select an operator or to defer the accreditation. All right. Thereafter, they'll be given an additional 7 days to select an operator of their choice. So from the day you get accredited, you'll have 17 days to select an operator. All right. And thereafter, you're going to have another 3 more days to make 30% payment of your total package price. And the reason for that is because we need to secure the space for the South African pilgrims in Mina. And the only way to secure it is to have the full payment for the 5 days per pilgrim for the entire quota allocation for South Africa that needs to be paid to the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah in order for us to secure that space in Mina. If we don't do the payments upfront and we don't manage to secure the correct space, then we stand a chance of housing the South African Muslims in Muzdalifah. So hence we have put these various timelines in place to be aligned with the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah's timelines so that we can comply and secure the correct space in Mina for our pilgrims to ensure we don't miss out and then being housed in Muzdalifah instead of Mina for the 5 days of Hajj. So I think that is the first key important timeline for all the pilgrims. We have been putting out these notices for a few weeks already now to prepare the pilgrims so that when the green light goes for accreditation, inshallah, on Wednesday night, the pilgrims are not overwhelmed. We have prepped them several weeks now in advance so that they're fully aware of these new timelines.
Moaaz, what would be the repercussions for the South African pilgrims losing their space in Mina and being housed in Muzdalifah?
So what it means is on the 5 days of Hajj, Mina has a boundary location where the pilgrims got to be housed on the 5 days. If we do not secure the camp in Mina, you will unfortunately be housed outside the boundary of Mina, which is in Muzdalifah. And that is where the pilgrims will be housed. And I think from an Islamic perspective, we don't want to go into all the fatwa, but you can imagine the ramifications and the concerns from the pilgrims if we were to tell them you have to be housed in Muzdalifah instead of Mina. So that is a major, major concern for us. And we're going to try our utmost best with the help of the pilgrims to ensure that the payments are done timelessly so that we can secure the camps and make sure that we are not housed outside the bounds of Mina.
All right. What about those pilgrims that have been? And I mean, it's frightening to think how long those lists of the South African Hujjaj wanting to go on Hajj. I mean, people have been waiting 5 years and much longer. So if for some reason, if I have a valid enough reason to defer my Hajj this year, will I be on top of the list for next year?
So how accreditation works is based on date and time priority of registration. So it is difficult to say that if I defer to next year, I'll go first in the queue to next year. We don't know your position right now. So for example, let me give you an example. Right now, the dynamic registration portal is on the website. All right, anyone can view their position on the website. We've been advertising it since July 2024 already. So when a pilgrim views their position, and let's say the pilgrim is number 5,000, and he wants to defer to next year, it doesn't mean he's going to go number 1 in the queue for next year. No, our quota is only 2,500. There's still another 2,500 before we reach to 5,000. So it doesn't mean if you defer now to next year, you're going to go into the earlier slot. So it is all based on your date and time priority of registration.
Sure.
However, if you are in number 10 right now, if you look today and you're number 10 and you don't have the financial means and you want to defer, then next year, yes, you will be again coming up in the first list. You'll probably be number 12, number 13, number 5. But you won't go further back. But we can't take someone that's number 5,000 and move him or her in the front of a queue if they want to defer now. No, it is purely based on your date and time priority of registration.
Okay, we need to wrap up a few important points that you want to share with the prospective Hujjaj before I let you go.
Okay, the next point I think all pilgrims must be aware of is each travel operator has to make a minimum requirement of 500 pilgrims to trade for Hajj 2025. SAHUC is going to have a table on our website, homepage, where we will display all the accredited operators' names, details, and a live statistics of where each operator is as the pilgrims select them. Pilgrims need to view the table before they make a decision, because if an operator does not make 500 by the end of the third accreditation list selecting an operator, those pilgrims that are with operator that does not make the minimum will get an opportunity to select any of the other operators that have achieved the minimum of 500. So as a pilgrim, you need to make sure that you view this table and see which operators are making that number and which are not making the number. For example, if an operator is sitting on 20 pilgrims and all other operators on 500, do not select the operator on 20 if it's before the cutoff time of achieving your minimum, because we're going to ask you to move to another operator. We will also be providing live stats of accreditation as well as operator selection. So pilgrims, before they make decisions, will be able to make informed decisions of which operator of choice they want to select. So I think that is
one
very,
very
very key and very
important question. One very important question. If I choose an operator who's only sitting at maybe 50 pilgrims that have registered to go with him, and all the other operators have already reached their quota of 500, who is then going to accommodate me and the 49 others that are sitting with this operator that can't seem to get any more Hujjaj signing up with him?
So let's say, for example, there's 3 operators that have made up that number of 500. And there's one operator only sitting with 50.
Yeah.
Then the 3 operators, alhamdulillah, are willing to accept and take these Hajis onto their portal and take care of it. So it happened last year. It happened the year
they can't
before.
say they're full. They can't say they've reached their quota.
No, they can't say they're full. No, can't do that. All we've got is a minimum required of 500. There's no maximum. They can go up to 700,000. They can go for it, no problem.
Okay. All right. We're going to have to leave it there. Undoubtedly, we're going to have lots more conversations as the Hajj season draws closer. Shukran very much. And I know that you guys are working really very hard to make this as seamless as possible. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you for your efforts. Thank you for talking with us. Assalamu alaikum to you.
Walaikum salam. Jazakallah for the opportunity, and we look forward to talking to your program again, inshallah. Shukran.
Always. Ameen. Ameen. Wa alaikum assalam. It's exactly 10 o'clock. And our next guest is on standby. That is you, Haji Yunus Ali. You are with the Al-Quds Foundation, South Africa, National Coordinator. And we're going to be talking about the Hamza Sha'alan Tour. So, assalamu alaikum to you. Welcome to the program.
We are here in the middle of a Zahra neighborhood. The whole neighborhood is already destroyed. More than 17 towers are down. Here, as you can see, the firefighters trying their best to help. The people are still under the rubble. A lot of the people.
Join Hamza on his exclusive South African tour as he shares his personal experiences, never before seen footage, and powerful insights on the ongoing genocide in Gaza. This is more than just a talk. It's an invitation to witness Gaza through the lens of Hamza Sha'alan. Don't miss this opportunity to meet the photojournalist who brought Gaza's pain and perseverance to the world in its darkest moments. Follow Salam Media on social media pages for more on this tour and be part of the conversation.